The Sailboat. So what I want to do first is I want to cut these top pieces. I think the easiest thing to do is just kind of aim for halfway. Again, you want to kind of guess what halfway is. And if you're not sure what halfway is, I've shown you the trick before on skinny, but if you fold a piece over that, you know what that's halfway. Right? So you can kind of do that. You can eyeball it. This angle here is whatever you feel like. So boom, just go ahead and cut that. That's way steeper than what they've got in the drawing. Now, then you want to match it over here. And you want to figure out about from here to here. And then you want to try to hit it back in the center. Now, if you want to match it, here's another good trick. Just do this. Use the old piece as a template. But still, you want to kind of eyeball it again. Try to hit dead across. That's kind of a sporty look. It's looking a little fat and stubby, honestly. So I'm going to come in here and just trim a hair off either side because I want a faster looking boat. Alright, so now for the next piece, what we're going to do is we're going to start with what we already had and just use it as a template. We could have double stack cut this, but I wasn't sure what was going to happen with these angles. So if we start here, again, you can measure this if you want. I'm just figuring this is the easiest way for me to do it without having to think much. Alright, so you can also take a moment here and correct it if you think that this is a little off, which I do. Now, we want this one to be smaller than that one, so now's the time where you trim this one down here. And I know that if we would have measured this, you could have done this with fewer cuts. But I think this way makes it a little easier for success. You don't have to worry so much about measuring and getting things right. That's not the focus when you're dealing with little ones, right? Alright, so I just kind of eyeballed that. Right, take that off, finish the cut. Here's your bottom. And you want to guess wherever you want your mast. I'm going to say about halfway. You can push it in. Now, if you do this off the edge of a table, this is much better. Let's just pretend this is a table here. If you were to do it off the edge of a table like this and cut. Since I'm doing the video, I'm just going to do it like this here in front of you. And you really don't need to cut out, heck, actually much, if anything at all. In fact, you can just stick this in and go like that. As long as it's big enough for that to go in and stay. In fact, you want it to be a little tight, I think. Now, the instructions don't tell you to do this, but I'm going to tell you to do this. What I like to do is, let's go ahead and nail these together. I'm going to use the long nails. Now, these aren't going to go quite all the way through. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and cut it again. You may think that this is putting a hole in the bottom of your boat, and if you don't want to do this and do it like the instructions, feel free. For me, I'm going to do it this way, because when you put it together now, the mast is going to actually help hold these two pieces together. So that's why I'm doing that. Alright, so just take some of your little side pieces, and they looks like they show pieces about this big. That's kind of an eyeball choice. Now on the front, they show you cutting a piece of square, and if you want to follow the instructions, just use a little bit of leftover and do that. I'm not going to do that, however. I want to make something more decorative. I'm going to put that on the front of my boat. So, pre-start the nails here, just to make your life a little easier. And again, you could be doing this with a nail into a piece like this, then pull it off. Anyhow, in the end, you want to put this into here. Alright, same over here. For speed, I'm just going to do one. I think the instructions say two, but use these also to help anchor all your layers together. You know what, I am going to do it the way the instructions say, just so it looks right. Alright, so you want to set up your sail. We know that we can't go anything like that, so I'm going to just kind of put my fingers here and just aim for the other corner. And you know what, if you put a curve in it, it even kind of looks cool. And if you don't get this angle right here, and you don't make it all the way in, so what? Looks cool to me. Alright, so save a little bit of your cutoff here, and go like that. There's your star, or your flag. Now on theirs they have them one on top of the other. I'm going to layer mine. I can't, no, I'll take that back. Right, I got to cut this sail a little shorter. Now in this case, I think the reason they didn't put the dowel through both layers is now I'm finding out that, as you can see, my sail is probably a hair shorter than theirs. Alright, and then just go ahead and put that top piece in. Now for fun, I'm just going to take one of my cutoffs, here. I want to just attach it at the back, so I'm just going to add a little notch. Go in here from the top. Alright, so that'll kind of fit in there now. But we can attach it to the sail too. So always feel free to take the instruction book and make, you know, I'm going to cross it over too. I'm going to put it on this side, on the opposite side, just so it looks a little cooler. Alright, and then for here, you know, maybe try to bring a nail in up from the bottom or something, just to, or a nail in from the side here. Let's try that. So if you were hammering this, you'd be able to get to it from the side. Alright, so now I just added some extra stuff just because I felt like it. Because to me, that's what this toy is about. It's just having some fun. Alright, boom, Sailboat. Sailboat as per real construction instructions. Hope you had fun with those my demo videos. Again, have fun. Encourage little ones to play. Don't worry about measuring and whether things are too perfect. Let them lead. I mean, it's cool to follow the instructions and have, you know, make the boat, but it's much better when they make stuff. So enjoy.